It's Donald Trump from Supertech Electronics, and today we're going to remove a Mini Cooper sound system. Now, problems you may be having are no display at all. It may be completely dead except for the DVD player will accept. That's one of the common problems with one of these units. Now, the tools you will need is a plastic spudger, a 30mm torque screwdriver, a 20mm torque screwdriver, and a pair of pliers might be handy, long nose pliers, and a plastic cloth just to keep things unscratched. So the first thing we're going to do is lie the plastic cloth just down there, and that will protect that area. And we're going to start up the top here at this air vent, and we're going to remove these little plastic clips here like that. And this is where the pliers will come in handy unless you've got long fingernails. And we're going to remove the other one like that. And we'll just use these to get it out so we don't drop it down behind the air vent, like so. And that will expose two 20mm screws that live in there. Now they're a fairly severe sort of angle. So we're going to have to get our screwdriver in at about that angle there to undo both of them. One there and one there. The next thing we're going to remove is this silver panel here and this silver panel here. If yours doesn't have the glove box behind, like that one, if it doesn't have that, you'll be removing this silver panel here. Otherwise you don't need to remove that if yours doesn't have the little glove boxy thing there. Okay, so we're going to remove this little part here as well, and that just pops out. You'll need to angle it, sort of mess around with it a bit. It will come out just like that, and we'll put that aside. Okay, so you need to remove two screws, one there and one up in there. And once you remove those two screws, we're going to go over to the other side now and remove this silver trim here. Okay, we're going to remove this silver trim here now. We're going to drop the steering wheel column just to give us a little more access. Okay, now the best way to get it is to spudger it from underneath. Once you've got it loose, pull the steering wheel down and angle it up that way. It's quite a bit tricky to get out. And we'll just put that aside for the time being. That will expose one screw there and one screw there. Okay, so we've removed the two screws above the air vents. We're going to leave that part open, and this whole surround part will come out now. Okay, so we're going to have to remove this part here now. It's held in by three screws. We've taken ours out. Once you remove the three screws underneath, this whole part will come out, and we'll put that aside. Okay, we're going to remove this part here now. It's just held in with clips, and we'll put that aside as well. Okay, we're going to remove this section here now. Now there's two screws underneath and two screws that hold the top in. Okay, so two on the bottom, two at the top, and that whole plastic piece will come out. I'll put that aside as well. Okay, so now we need to remove this section here, and once again it's just held in with clips. Open the glove box so that you can get access to it. Just like that, and that can just go aside for the time being. Alrighty, now we're up to screws that hold this section in here. One, two, so you'll need to remove those, and you've got two on the other side as well. Okay, so we've removed the two plastic sides. We will need to take out this plastic part here, and we'll need to get our plastic spudger in there. And I need to get better access. And take that bit out there. That's also held in with clips, and we'll put that aside. Now, there's one screw right there you need to take out. That's a torque 30. All the other screws are torque 20. This one's a torque 30. Remove that one there, and now we're going to remove this whole middle section. Now it is held in with electrical cables, and we're just going to pull it out like so. This is why we need the towel, just to protect this part. And we're going to remove enough electrical cables to give us access to everything else in there. Okay, so we're going to wedge it around just over towards the driver's side. We've unplugged a few cables already. Wanted to unplug just enough to give us access to this section here, which is the radio. Okay, so we've got this part all loose here now. We're going to take this screw out here. Now there's also 3 screws underneath, 1, 2 and 3. You'll need to remove those as well. Now we want to loosen this part here just enough to get access to that screw there. No, not at all. So we've loosened that screw there. Now we're going to take this screw out here. And finally we've got one screw right on top, a torque 20. And we've got one screw there and one screw there. You'll need to remove those two. Now this whole section will come out as one, speedo and all. Like so. And you'll need to unplug, once again, some electrical cables on the back. This one's taken out by just pushing the middle pin and pulling it towards the front of the car. And these ones here, very similar. Okay, so push that little middle pin and pull it towards the front of the car. This one's similar to some other ones we do. We need to unclip that and then pull that part down like that. Now, at this stage of the game, you can put the speedo back in if you wish, put it back into the dashboard. To separate the speedometer, you've got 4 screws on the back, once again torque 20, remove those and the speedometer will just separate, and you can put it back in with one screw on the top and even the ones on the side, just so that you've got a speedo while your stereo's off at Supertech Electronics for repair.